Welcome to Magic Modena, and today I thought I'd do a short video on the quirks of the 360. So maybe you're thinking about getting one, maybe you've got one, maybe you've just got one and you haven't discovered these things, or maybe you just want to see what some of the idiosyncrasies of Ferrari builds and how they think about things, see what they're like. So let's start with the petrol cap. There's a couple of things with the petrol cap. So the first things first, it's electrically operated, or at least that's how it starts. That's what they'll tell you. So there's a few things. First of all, you have to find it, and you know, you look in all the usual places for petrol cap type things. Nothing on the doors. These are obviously very old school doors. So Ferrari have actually very neatly, and it makes you feel like you're in some sort of Bond car, they've put it under this little thing here, which is cool. Front bonnet is there as well. Now, engine's off. I've pulled up in a petrol station. Click to open that. Oh, no. So the engine has to be on, first of all. So small little thing, but after years of driving any other car, I promise you, you'll pull up at a petrol station every time for about the first 20 or 30 times, and you'll switch the engine off and you'll go to open the petrol cap and you'll remember that the engine needs to be on. So actually you get now into a very good process of pulling up at a petrol station and opening petrol cap first. I still do it every so often. Now, the other thing related to the petrol cap is obviously what happens if the battery dies and you can't get into the petrol cap. Now, the engine door compartment opens here. This is a manual thing, and so tucked away under here, right here, you pull that and open it, opens up. So that's cool. So if you've got a flat battery, or there's anything wrong basically that you can't work out, then that's what you do. The only other thing I'd say is, and mine's had this problem, it doesn't now, it shuts nicely, but I remember being in a service station in France where I couldn't get that to shut and it wouldn't shut back. So one of the things to check if that happens is that this is pushed back in nicely. It can sometimes stick, so you pull it out, it sticks there, and then the cap doesn't catch, so you've got to manually push it back in. It's just, again, something that I have learnt along the way. I did a video recently on cleaning the engines. First time I got it out in daylight, actually, because it was getting a bit dark. But I think it's looking pretty nice overall. Okay, so there's a couple of quirks. The other thing I've seen a couple of times on videos, with especially people reviewing this car, is they go, oh, it's a bit disappointing that it doesn't have air conditioning. Well, that is not true. The thing is, the air conditioning button, rather weirdly, is this stop button, and I couldn't even tell you now whether it should be in or out. I need to remind myself, but anyway, that's it. You press that, I think, in, and the aircon comes on. It might even be one of those weird ones where it's out to be on and in to be off, but anyway, it's that button. So there's no other sign of air conditioning anywhere in this car. So I think that is, you know, another little thing. And I guess the last thing, which, if again, maybe, you know, people should always pass this on, but who knows. The other thing is, you can't just start this car up by turning it on and getting it to turn over. It won't do anything. You have to press the button here and make this little red light flash, and it will then turn on. I'm not going to get in now and do that, but it will turn on. So there are some of the little quirks, and I think, you know, what's interesting is A lot of them are about the battery or related to the battery. So it is worth, you know, knowing that all these things need to happen. And well, I hope you enjoyed that little moment of Ferrari Italian quirks. If I think of any others, I'll let you know. Certainly anyone else out there who's got ideas, do let us know. But thanks for joining Magic Modena.